Wheel and emergency lights are off on top of the Langley Speedway pace truck. It is time for the Pomoco Auto Group 100. Danny Edwards Jr. breaking a 13-year-old qualifying record on the pole with the number 26. The outside of the front row, the black 06 of Dean Shiflett. C.E. Falk defending track champion in the 40, and Paul DeBolt on row 2. Pace truck on pit road. Flagman in charge of the start of the race. Green flag, here we go. 20 cars on the starting grid, the 10 and the 21. The 10 is Casey Wyatt, the 21 is Kyle Waltz. And they are just simply going to take a lap and pull in. Danny Edwards Jr. is going to lead the first lap. C.E. Falk going to come from the inside to move into second. Paul DeBolt now battling with the 06 of Dean Shiflett for third. Greg Edwards at the wheel of the 21 car, hanging out right behind DeBolt and Dean Shiflett. Cars in the starting grid for the Crossroads Fuel Late Model Stock Car Division. And the 10 are going to pull down pit road. Danny Edwards Jr. has won his share of Langley championships. The 40 car of C.E. Falk behind him. Shiflett finally wrestled third away from Paul DeBolt in the white and black 34, who is fourth. Greg Edwards in the red 21 is fifth. Right behind Greg Edwards, John Stavey in that 17 silver and black. Danny Edwards, C.E. Falk, 8 of the Pomoco Auto Group 100 into the books. Caution's going to come out. I believe we have a breaker malfunction. So the caution comes out with lap 8 into the books. Danny Edwards Jr., C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Paul DeBolt, and Greg Edwards. Double file restarts for the late model stock cars this year. Wheel and emergency lights are out on the pace truck. Danny Edwards and C.E. Falk on the front row. Green flag, here we go. C.E. having a hard time on the start. Paul DeBolt right up in under him. And DeBolt has damaged the front of his car. He comes to a stop in turn 2. C.E. Falk having a problem on the restart, and DeBolt was up underneath the 41 car, or the 40 car of C.E. Falk. And now Paul DeBolt sits in turn 2.
And Neil, down there with Paul DeBolt, driver 34-4. Paul, stacked up on the restart. Unfortunately, you're the victim. Tell us what happened.
Well, we took off, and I should have known better. I guess CE needs an automatic or something. That's the second or third time he's knocking the radiator out. The next time I just turned him in the fence and go. He just, when he missed the gear, he tried to stop to bring out a caution. That just stacked everybody. I was wondering it wasn't as bad as it was, but they said, well, I'll just remember that next time, and I'll take care of it. So.
Were there any sponsors to help you along?
Yeah, I got to thank Randy Steers. He gave us a good car tonight. We probably had a car that could win. We didn't qualify as good as we should have, but we know in the long run we would have been pretty good. But Steers, sand and gravel, and everything that Randy does, and we had some people come in and help us this last week or so to really help us out a lot. And we'll be back next week. We're not going to run a whole lot here, but we'll be back next week and try to finish up where we started.
Thanks, Paul. Hope to see you back.
All right, wheel and emergency lights go out on top of the pace truck. And once again, Danny Edwards Jr. and C.E. Falk on the front row. See if we can get over this 8-lap barrier here. On the double foul restart, Flagman is in control for the Danny Edwards Jr. in control on the double foul. Pace truck in. Flagman waves. Here we go. Danny gets a jump. C.E. Falk has a problem again. And now he's back up to speed. Greg Edwards took a look to the outside of Dean Shiflett. That opened the door. And now he muscles back down in front of C.E. Sixth place is Mark Wirtz. He has worked up through the field quickly. Seventh is going to be Wesley Falk. Then Doug Warren, Brandon Godovic, and Terry Carroll. Mark Wirtz being patient, taking a look to the inside of John Staten. Staten is in fifth. Mark Wirtz in that blue and white car is in sixth. Danny Edwards Jr., Dean Shiflett, Greg Edwards, and C.E. Falk, the top five. There goes Mark Wirtz. Coming out of turn 4, he'll take over the fifth spot. So Wirtz in the fifth. C.E. Falk keeps taking a look down to the inside of Greg Edwards. There it is. Down in turn 1, C.E. Falk makes it look easy. He takes the 40 car into third. Greg Edwards into 21, back to fourth. A 6 and making an 8 car length advantage, heading into turn 3 and 4. That equates out to 1.4 seconds over Dean Shiflett, but C.E. Falk down to the inside of Shiflett, coming off a 2. They're going to battle door to door down the back straightaway into 3. C.E. with the angle will move into second. Brandon Godovic has parked the 64 car. So now it's Kyle Waltz, Casey Wyatt, Paul DeBolt, and Rick Kadovic, rather, not Brandon, Rick Kadovic in the 64 are out of this one. Dean Shiflett now trying to hold off. Greg Edwards in the red 21. And look at Mark Wirtz closing in to be there when Greg gets by. Greg Edwards gets by Dean Shiflett. Mark Wirtz gets a bumper in there. He moves in 3 and 4. Wirtz with the angle and the advantage coming off the 4. He will take over the 4th spot, and that pushes Dean Shiflett back to 5th. The Pomoco Auto Group 100 for the Crossroads Fuel late model stock cars. Sean Beluso up to 9th in the 48 car. Robbie Babb goes a lap down to Danny Edwards Jr. That lead of Danny Edwards is now up to 1.7 seconds over C.E. Falk. Danny Edwards Jr. averaging 85.8 miles an hour, a half a mile an hour faster than C.E. Falk. Although Greg Edwards right now is the fastest car on the track. But not this time. Danny Edwards Jr. holding on to that 8th car length advantage over defending champion C.E. Falk. Greg Edwards 3rd, Mark Wirtz 4th. Dean Shiflett is 5th, and coming up behind Dean Shiflett is the 41 of Leslie Falk. Cars on the lead lap with Woody Howard in the 82, the last car on the lead lap. Car, Brandon Godovic just passed by Sean Beluso. That's going to put Sean up into the 8th position. John Staten and Jeff Shiflett, they're battling for 11th. Danny Edwards Jr. His lead now down to 1.6 seconds. So C.E. Falk making a little inroad. Running about 1/10 of a mile an hour faster than Danny Edwards Jr. at this point with 35 complete. Danny's coming up into some traffic right now. This is going to make a difference. Terry Carroll is going to be the first car he's got to get around. He'll do that down the back straightaway. Dude Gibbs and Woody Howard. John Staten and Jeff Shiflett. So those four cars all coming up in front of Danny Edwards Jr. Danny gets by the first one. He's got Dude Gibbs not battling for position, kind of sitting back by himself. With the slower number 44 coming up in front of him, Danny unable to make a move. And C.E. Falk now has that, now trailing by less than a second. Only 3 car lengths back of Danny Edwards Jr. Next up on the Danny Edwards list is going to be the 82 of Woody Howard. And C.E. Falk now 4 car lengths behind Danny Edwards, less than a half second. Closes that gap dramatically down in 3 and 4. After building up a lead of 1.9 seconds, that lead is now down to 6/10 for Danny Edwards Jr. over C.E. Falk. And Danny coming up on John Staten and Jeff Shiflett, who are battling for position. They'll have nowhere to go right at this moment. Finally, Dean Shiflett able to clear John Staten. Danny caught behind. C.E. Falk coming up. He's right up to the bumper of Danny Edwards Jr. C.E. makes a move down to the inside. Couple of cars racing in front of the leaders. C.E.'s going to lead Danny on the outside behind Staten. C.E. down on the inside behind Jeff Shiflett. So as Shiflett and Staten continue to race, now it is C.E. Falk and Danny Edwards Jr. Nowhere to go, and here comes Greg Edwards. So Danny gets by Jeff Shiflett. C.E. Falk follows it. Now he's looking to go down underneath John Staten into 17. And Danny just accelerates through 3 and 4, said, I've had enough of this stuff. And he will take over sole possession of first once again as C.E. Falk gets by the 17 of Staten and is sitting about a car length and a half back. Top 10 cars now on the lead lap. John Staten giving room to Greg Edwards on the outside. Greg in the red 21 looking to make the pass down the back straightaway. Carroll in the 90 car, the next victim to go down to Danny Edwards Jr. Danny C.E. Falk Greg, then Mark Wirtz. And fifth right now belongs to Wesley Falk. Of the Pomoka Group 100 into the books. One caution for the lights, one caution for Paul DeBolt. Coming up on Sean Beluso. Well, first Ronnie Babb and then Sean Beluso. Pomoka Auto Group 100 for the Crossroads Fuel late model stock cars in Langley. Danny Edwards Jr. and C.E. Falk, they have complete air now until they get up to Sean Beluso. And the 38 of Dwayne Shreves, that is the top 10 cars on the lead lap. Danny, C.E., Greg, Mark Wirtz, and the 41 of Wesley Falk. '65 of the Pomoka Auto Group 100 into the books. And that is Dean Shiplet moving ahead of Wesley Falk, but Wesley battling back to take the fifth position. It is going to be Wesley still holding on to fifth, Dean Shiplet sixth. Ronnie Babb is going to bring out the caution with a spin down in turn 4. I believe the scoreboard is going to reflect 67 laps to go with Danny Edwards Jr. lead. Remember, Super Trucks and Super Streets are going to follow the Pomoka Auto Group 100 for the Crossroads Fuel late model stock cars. Sean Beluso coming back out in the 48. John Staten in the 17. Robbie Babb bringing the 44 back out. Wheel and emergency lights are off up on top of the pace truck. We've got 67 of the Pomoka Auto Group 100 into the books. Pace truck on pit road. To the green, and there we go, the accelerator. Danny Edwards Jr. shoots to the front again. C.E. Falk with another problem on the restart. This time he is going to drop all the way back to 5th behind Wesley Falk. Edwards in the 21 car and Mark Wirtz in the 55 are second and third. They are right there with Danny Edwards Jr. Then it's going to be C.E. Falk and Wesley Falk rounding out the top 5. Caution comes out again. That is John Staten with a lot of damage to the 17 car. One to go. It'll be back to double foul restart. Robbie Babb comes back out. They're going to wave the 82 of Woody Howard around. Top 11 cars are on the lead lap. Up into double foul. Here we go. Danny Edwards Jr. great on the restart. C.E. Falk actually gets a decent one this time. But it is Greg Edwards who is second. Mark Wirtz and C.E. Falk going to battle for third down the back straightaway. Wirtz to the inside. C.E. to the outside. They're dead deep coming off of 4. Falk actually has the advantage and makes the outside pass. Wirtz going to battle back to the inside. C.E. Falk clears down the back straightaway, and it is tucks it down in front of Mark Wirtz. So it's going to be C.E. in the third, Mark Wirtz the fourth, Wesley Falk is fifth. Brothers out in front, Danny Edwards Jr. and Greg Edwards. $75 going up on the board when they hit the stripe. The Pomoco Auto Group 100 for the Crossroads Fuel Late Model Stock Cars. 25 to go. Greg Edwards giving Danny a run for his money, coming off the 2. Cars now on the lead lap, led by Danny Edwards Jr. Mark Wirtz got up to third. He's got C.E. Falk in front of him, and he hasn't been able to do anything with C.E. since the last restart. The other two brothers, Dean Shiflett and Jeff Shiflett, are battling for position. Dean has ninth. Jeff trying to take it away, door to door, down into turn 3. Battle for the 9th spot on the track. The other brother team that's out there. Jeff Shiflett to the inside, Dean Shiflett to the outside. And Dean spins. Jeff goes into the wall. Looks like Dean missed it. Jeff comes back out from the smoke. Dean is going to pull away. So on lap 81, we are under caution. And once again, the wheel and emergency lights go on top of the pace car. Danny cleaning off his tires. Greg, his brother, comes up on the outside. Mark Wirtz in the 55 is third. C.E. Falk is fourth. In the 40 car, his brother Wesley is fifth in the 41. And on the outside of Wesley Falk is the 45 of Doug Warren, who silently has gotten his way up into a pretty good position. Pace truck on pit road. Green flag, back to racing. 20 to go. Danny Edwards Jr., we got a battle for the second spot. Mark Wirtz moving up to the inside of Greg Edwards. Wirtz and Greg Edwards, door to door. Wirtz to the inside is going to move into second. And right up onto the bumper of Danny. Mark Wirtz started 13th. And is now in second and looking to make a move for the lead. Danny doesn't give him any room. Basically, Danny's going to make him move him or go around him. Wesley Falk has passed C.E. Falk and moved into fourth. Greg Edwards has Wesley Falk on his bumper as he tries to hold on to third. There goes Mark Wirtz coming off of two. Down the back straightaway. Wirtz to the inside. Danny Edwards Jr. to the outside. They'll come off of turn four. Wirtz with the advantage on the angle. Danny battles back. Wirtz has it at the stripe. Down the back straightaway into three, and Mark Wirtz clears Danny Edwards Jr. to take over the lead. 14 to go. Mark Wirtz, your new leader. Danny Edwards Jr. second, and Danny having some problems holding the 26 car on the bottom of the track in 3 and 4. Wesley Falk looking to go down to the inside of Danny Edwards Jr. Danny forced up to the next line. Wesley Falk comes in underneath him. Sean Beluzzo going to park the 48 car. Traffic coming up ahead. Mark Wirtz able to pull away. Look at Wirtz pull away after finally moving into the lead. Danny Edwards and Greg Edwards looking to go at it one more time. This time, though, it's going to be for third. Danny has third. Greg is in fourth. Fifth is going to belong to Doug Warren in the 45. Mark Wirtz has had that 55 car moving here tonight. pulled into the pits early. When he went to the back of the pit, pulled back into the pits, he had to get started at the rear of the field. He did that, has worked his way right back up to the front. 6 to go. Mark Wirtz, your leader. Wesley Falk is second. Danny Edwards Jr., Greg Edwards. Mark Wirtz out of turn 4, your leader, and he says 4 to go. Greg Edwards and Danny Edwards battling for the third spot. Greg to the inside, Danny to the outside. Dead Heat coming off at 3. Danny with a slight advantage down to 3 and 4. To go for Mark Wirtz. Danny able to hold on to that third spot. Greg still battling back to the inside. Then it's Dean Shiflett and Doug Warren. White flag lap. Mark Wirtz coming through down into 3 and 4. And coming away with the win, it is Mark Wirtz, followed by Wesley Falk. At the stripe, Danny Edwards Jr. beats out Greg Edwards. And Doug Warren is 5th. Mark Wirtz comes away with the win. Wesley Falk is 2nd. Danny muscled his way, got underneath Greg, able to, on the outside of Greg rather, able to lead that next to the last lap and hold on. Greg Edwards 4th. Doug Warren in the 45 is 5th. Dwayne Shreves is 7th. Randy Godovic, by the way, was 6th. 8th is C.E. Falk. 9th, Jeff Shiflett. And 10th is 7 Abdul Gibbs. Mark Wirtz, Wesley Falk, Danny Edwards Jr., Greg Edwards, and Doug Warren the top 5. And Danny Edwards is coming around. He's going to pull into Dale Lemon's victory lane, where he'll talk with Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to ask the question. We started our 60th anniversary. How do you like double foul restart? That's where the fans, you're going to get it right here at Langley Speedway. The Marco Auto Group presents great racing tonight, our opening night for Langley Speedway. It's going to be even greater next week, I'm telling you. The Marco's Pizza Night of the races, Rolling Thunder Modifieds are going to invade this place. It's going to be awesome, so you need to be here next Saturday night. We're going to talk to our winner. New winner here in 2010, the 55 car. Shabaluzzo coming out of retirement to race tonight. Did you make the tire running, buddy? Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Mark Wirtz in the 55, yeah! Oh, man. Congratulations from crew members. Some water from Reverend Potter. I'll tell you, the Dunkin' Donuts Chevy Impala. Let's talk to him. They do that crazy stuff. Mark, come on around here, man. How exciting is that? The 60th anniversary. You bring it out here. Was you saving the tires? Tell us about the Hoosier tires.
Well, let me tell you what Mark Wirtz did. I felt like Mark Martin now. When he was qualifying, the man threw the white flag. I thought he threw the checker flag, so I only took one lap of qualifying. Kind of messed me up a little bit. I guess I'm getting old.
how exciting this is for you and your great sponsors that you have this year.
Man, I tell you what, with the competition here at Langley Speedway, to start 13th and win and keep the nose on the car, I tell you, unbelievable. The car just stayed steady. We were a rocket ship early, but man, my crew stayed heads up with me because I really let them down qualifying. But this Dunkin' Donuts Planet Fitness machine was just unbelievable.
Double file restarts. We bought it in 2010. First race, first winner of a new year. What do you think of it?
Well, actually, I was working on Woody there for 10th, and the cost to come out, I know you were, hey, good, congratulations. The cost to come out, I was like, oh, well, I guess I had to worry about working on Woody. He's on the outside now.
All right, have the tires, the Hoosier tires, what do you think of the Hoosier tire?
What do you think? We're running a 1680 pace the whole night. We were in the 1740s last year at Austin.
Incredible. New track record tonight, as a matter of fact, for the qualifier. Danny Edwards, and will you be back next time in Victory Lane? How tough is it going to be?
I'll tell you what, you got to take every week like it's the last week. These guys are so good out here. The competition is so strong at Langley Speedway. It's you just got to enjoy the wins when you get them because they don't come after them.
Well, we've got the folks from Promoco Auto Group with the winning trophy for you. There they are. In the air is coming up. And we want to congratulate your car and your team owners. There's Phyllis and with the Colonel. On behalf of Promoco Auto Group, Mark Wirtz, Henry Ayers, the entire crew, congratulations. Your winner, the 55 car. It's Mark Wirtz. Let's give it up for him. Kevin, you came to Langley. A great crowd tonight. The light thing was a little thing, but we fixed that real quick. What do you think?
I tell you what, that was awesome. Can't ask for anything more than that. Double file restarts, and Mark's a great competitor. A lot of fun tonight, so it's great to be here. Couldn't ask a better crowd, and really appreciate all the fans coming out. This has been awesome.
Kevin with NASCAR, and we got to go back and you got to make a report out in Langley. There are no better fans in the world. Great race car drivers, a great track. We appreciate you being out here for our 60th anniversary.
Hey, it wouldn't be possible without you guys, so really appreciate all the support. Thank you guys all for coming, and looking forward to a great year.
Thank you very much, Kevin. NASCAR.